Hello everyone, this is Supersnoopy here, back with another Star Wars The Old Republic video. Today I have for you guys another Star Wars The Old Republic discussion episode. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about, once again, inactivity when it comes down to YouTube, Star Wars The Old Republic, and anything else. I mean, I felt like this would be a good video to make, not only because I was inactive this week when it comes down to my uploading schedule, but just overall, when it comes down to video games slash the Old Republic and anything at all when it is inactivity, because that's something that's important to talk about because it can really affect almost anyone. So I hope you guys enjoy this Star Wars Republic discussion episode. As always, if you guys enjoy these videos, then make sure to leave a like. And if you guys want some nice gaming glasses, then check the links down below. No scope gaming glasses, but yeah. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I will see you guys in the discussion. Alrighty guys, let's get into the discussion right now. So as you know, in Star Wars The Old Republic, you can play the game as much as you want, but in MMOs, inactivity is something that is quite a big struggle. Now what I mean is in games like Star Wars The Old Republic or any game, when you're inactive, if it's a multiplayer game, you can run into a lot of problems. These usually are some ranked systems or just anything at all. I mean, there's a lot of things when it comes down to it, but the biggest thing that I've seen personally is that if you're inactive in a game, that you start to eventually, fall back and you start to lose some of the stuff that you originally had. A good example of this would be if you play Star Wars The Old Republic constantly, and then you just take a month-long break. When you come back, you're likely going to be a bit rusty since you haven't played for a bit, and you haven't, you don't remember some of these specific abilities that you have. So that's just one good example right there when it comes down to inactivity. Another good example, of course, would be, YouTube channels. One good example could be me during this week, since I actually, didn't upload that much. And that's another thing that's important, of course, is inactivity, because when you're inactive, you can't really upload too much, or you don't, upload enough, and people just kind of wonder where you are. It can be the same with a guild as well, because if you're with a guild, and you just kind of disappear for a week, and people have no idea where you are for, a raid, or maybe some ranked PvP, people start to eventually, wonder what's going on and what's happened. And it just comes down to that. I mean, it's very strange to talk about since a lot of people don't really get the concept of inactivity. But I mean, inactivity on its own is just kind of something that will happen to eventually everyone, since people have to be inactive because, once again, I mean, life can be difficult, and that does happen every now and then where you have to deal with some stuff. But, I mean, it just really, overall, is that you can't completely stay on one certain topic or game 24/7. And some people just forget that, and some people do want to take breaks every now and then, because when you constantly play a game like Star Wars The Old Republic or any other MMO or any game, you start to get bored if you play it constantly without, stopping. You don't play almost anything out. You exclusively play one game. That can become extremely boring, and it can become super repetitive. So that's something as well when it comes down to it. Now, I felt like this would be a good video for a discussion because it can tie into not only my YouTube channel since I was inactive, but it can also, tie into a bunch of stuff like in the game, because when I'm inactive on YouTube, I usually try to post some updates and whatnot, but personally, I wasn't able to do that since I was just, so busy that I didn't even have, time to check my computer. I mean, I would be on for, a bit just to go ahead and just check to see, that how the whole entire support is going around on the channel, because I always like to just see you guys' comments and all that stuff. But of course, once again, I mean, when you're inactive, people do start to notice, and they kind of wonder, what you're doing overall. And I just want to let you guys know that once again, that I'm going to keep the uploading schedule back to normal. Hopefully, if it isn't, then I'll try to let you guys know on Twitter. I don't really use Twitter too much. I use it mostly for updates, but every now and then I might tweet something out. But yeah, that's just something right there. And of course, there's other stuff as well. Specifically, what other stuff I'm talking about is, once again, I mean, inactivity when it comes down to YouTube is also something that's important, because I know that some people don't make uploading schedules and then they just kind of upload whenever. And I understand that a lot of people like that concept because, it keeps it more open. And I like just being, having flexible time-wise when I have stuff to do. But of course, I do want to let you guys know what's going on. I do like to create constant content because I do release a lot of videos. I do release discussions, highlight PvP, and guides and all this stuff. And I feel like it kind of is a letdown when I don't upload often and you guys can see new video content. So that's what my stance is for inactivity on YouTube channel / my channel. And of course, in games, when it comes down to inactivity, is that it does happen to everyone. So don't feel ashamed if, a good example would be Inactivity is I've been constantly procrastinating of completing ranked. As you can tell right here, I have 3,590 tokens, and I'm going to get bronze this season personally. I don't really play any of the seasons of ranked. I just played one just so I could get bronze and then just kind of leave it alone. But I do need to finish up and complete some extra tokens so I can get the Headhunter title and, of course, the black and silver crystals, because with bronze you only get, I think, 5,400 tokens. So when you just add that up, if I get about 600 more tokens, I'll be all set for that. So I feel like that's something as well, is because I don't like procrastinating, but since I've been extremely busy and been doing other stuff, it becomes really difficult to finish that all up. And since Knights of the Fallen Empire comes out in patch 4.0, that resets the ranked, all the rating, and then it goes back down, and then there's new rewards. So I do have to get a jump start on that, of course. Then not only that, Inactivity can not really mess with you too much. It's just that sometimes people do feel a bit down when they are inactive when it comes down to video games or anything overall, because I can understand that a lot of people don't like being inactive or not doing too much in a game, since if they play it often, they feel like it's kind of their task or priority to just completely focus on that. But you should understand that you shouldn't focus on one thing only. You should always try to do different things. Because trust me, if I were to just play this game exclusively and nothing else like CSGO or TF2 or anything along the lines of that, I would probably, be done by now, because I don't want to continue to play a game 24/7, because that can get really boring. Now, one thing I do notice with a lot of people is they always talk about that they feel really bad with inactivity and they feel like it's something that shouldn't happen in a game. Now, I do believe the fact that a lot of people don't like being active because they feel like they're kind of losing their motivation to play a game. But at the same time, it's always good to try different things. And that's what I've been doing when it comes down to gameplay. I've been playing a lot of Counter-Strike Global Offensive recently, and I know that some people don't like that game, and some people also like that game. But it's personally just something I've been playing because I think it's really interesting when it comes down to, playing that and just seeing what I can do in a different game. That, after all, is an FPS, and it's quite different from an MMO like Star Wars: The Old Republic. But I've been enjoying that game a lot. I've had it for a while, but it just shows that I haven't been, just been playing, only CSGO and just completely just ignoring this channel. Because even if I would have just played CSGO completely, I would still try to record on this channel, because I feel like it's kind of a task of mine. Because I like recording Star Wars: The Old Republic, and I like creating video content for it. And that's just overall what I do. Even if I'm not playing really too much Star Wars: The Old Republic one day, I will still try to get in some type of recording, because it's important, because I feel like I'm letting you guys down if I don't upload something that I enjoy. Because trust me, if I didn't enjoy this, then I definitely wouldn't be uploading it as often as I do. But some people do confuse that with every now and then if I'm playing one specific game for the most part of a day, and then I just switch it back to Star Wars: The Republic just to record a video. People think, oh, hey, he hates this game now. He's not playing it all the time. And that is definitely not the case. I just feel like it's good to every now and then to just play some different games and try different things. And overall, just play a different game every now and then, because I don't want to get bored of this game. And luckily with Knights of the Fallen Empire, when it does release, it's going to give me a lot of time to, release new videos and play all the story and just understand what's going on. So that's another good thing, because players that have been inactive for likely the past month are going to be going back into the game since Knights of the Fallen Empire is coming out, and that's going to be incredibly awesome. I personally have seen some people in different guilds just not show up for the past month, or not actually log on. They'll still be here, but they won't log on, just because they personally don't see the point in it if they're not going to really play as often. Well, that's good, because with Knights of the Fallen Empire, it's kind of reestablishing all the stuff you originally got with the game. So for Inactivity, it's just going to see, people are going to see a huge rise in the player base in all the people just coming back to play the new expansion. But anyways, guys, that's my stance on the whole entire idea of inactivity in Star Wars: The Republic or any other MMO/YouTube channels. Now, I know that a lot of people think that inactivity is a humongous and it's a really bad thing overall. But once again, I feel like you shouldn't try to force yourself to play a game, or if you're getting bored, then you should do that as well. Just be inactive. But another thing is that some people do get really busy when it comes down to other stuff, so of course they don't play. And I feel like in that perspective, it's fine to be inactive. It's just that some people kind of overreact, or they feel like inactivity is the worst thing that can possibly happen in a game itself. But you should, of course, enjoy the game, and if you have to be inactive or there's just something that's been going on, then you should just, feel free to do so. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Star Wars Republic discussion video. As always, if you guys enjoy these videos, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one.